bought my first Bitcoin in 2013, so pretty early. You know, newly out of college, working my first finance job. I was an analyst, and I used to trade equities in my brokerage account. And I remember reading something around Bitcoin and seeing terms like wallet and addresses. These were things that were unfamiliar to me, and I was just personally curious. What do you mean a wallet? I have a wallet in my pocket. Like, what does that mean? And it led me down the rabbit hole. I read the white paper, and I acquired Bitcoin. I wish I had bought more.
I started hearing about Bitcoin in 2013. Got an older brother who's always been a great investor, and so was conversations around the dinner table. Obviously did not get involved then, but started to take more of a personal interest around 2016. But again, did not invest personally actually until I started working here at Gemini very early 2018. So I found Bitcoin to be really interesting, saw a lot of the interaction that was taking place with international friends, and I thought, wow, this is really interesting, what's going on the inside. Obviously couldn't work for Bitcoin directly, Satoshi directly, so I tried to figure out what was another way in, and Gemini seems like a great opportunity to kind of figure out, hey, how can we give more opportunity to invest in this type of asset class, and what does building a firm like that look like? So this new campaign I think is really exciting. So the slogan that we're working with is "Go where dollars won't," which really just speaks to the creativity, the entrepreneurship, and the opportunity of crypto. I think it's an amazing time that this campaign has come out. Obviously, particularly here in the US, we're seeing a lot of traction for crypto and a lot of interest. And this campaign really has this fun play on, okay, the woolly mammoth, bringing him back, skiing on the moon, Mars safari, right? These opportunities that you wouldn't have in traditional finance and with a traditional opportunity. So really playing on crypto from a personal financial standpoint, a tech standpoint of just what the future may hold as crypto continues to grow. Really excited to work with Arch Public on this launch of the Bitcoin algorithm in particular. I think Bitcoin's a great starting point, right? It's still the asset where we're seeing the most activity from an exchange standpoint, from a custody standpoint, and also from a retail trader. So Arch Public actually gives all those retail traders an opportunity to buy Bitcoin right now in a way that they can't anywhere else. Utilizing that algorithm, kind of have a set it and forget it type scenario where they can give these retail investors an opportunity where they can buy and sell Bitcoin in a way where they can't maybe on a traditional exchange, or quite frankly, they don't want to be that involved personally, and so they can interact and have the algo do it for them. I think it was a great pairing, Arch Public and Gemini. Particularly, I know in many of our conversations we focused on what is Gemini and what do we stand for, and truly since the day I've been here and for the 10 years that Gemini's been around, it's been regulation and security at the forefront of everything that we do. We take that permission first approach to everything that we do, and I think we really aligned with the Arch Public, your team, your product offering, on bringing that same notion to these other investors.
We're incredibly excited about the partnership. You know, I hope it's wildly successful. This is a tool that most individuals don't ever get access to, right? And so being able to use an institutional grade, you know, algo suite that you have developed to, you know, trade on your behalf in sophisticated ways is relatively new, especially in the crypto industry. So it's incredibly exciting, and it's, you know, it opens up a lot of possibilities for folks that never had that access before. Arch Public, the team has been incredible. And the product, you know, looks amazing. And so I think people are going to be very happy and excited to be able to access that tool. The Arch Public team brings years of, you know, institutional experience to this market, and it's great for existing customers of Gemini and new ones. I ended up meeting a woman who worked with our founder's family office, and this was late 2017. This was right upon that time Bitcoin had its first kind of bull market where it went up to like 16 or 17,000, and Gemini was growing. Gemini was maybe 30 people at the time, and she recruited me to join kind of in a jack-of-all-trades type of role, and I joined Gemini January of 2018, so I'm coming up on 7 years now.
Gemini, early 2018, when I first started, there were 50, 60 of us, small office, one team, one dream. It was all hands on deck, everyone was helping one another, and it was a lot smaller in terms of what we actually offered. The exchange only had a small handful of assets, custody was very institutional based. Obviously, it's a lot different today. It was primarily Bitcoin in terms of the activity that we're seeing at that time. We had Ethereum, I think Litecoin and Zcash came soon after, so we were starting to expand our asset availability to our customers, but it was primarily Bitcoin in terms of trading activity for sure.
Gemini is a decade old now. It was founded in 2014. And really the impetus behind that was our founders' need for institutional grade, storage and facilitation of their own personal holdings. They had trouble and they were involved in Mt. Gox, and the industry just wasn't as developed. So that became the impetus to the creation of Gemini. Gemini launched in 2015. We launched with a limited purpose trust charter from the Department of Financial Services here in New York, kind of this institutional grade custodian and exchange for Bitcoin. Over the years that grew. We were the first licensed exchange to offer Ethereum in the United States, and since then we've added a suite of products on top of that. So what was a kind of Bitcoin-only institutional grade product has now developed into a global, multi, crypto-native suite of product business.